Hey guys, welcome back to the Sonic Forces speedrun tutorial, and in this video, the last video of the tutorial, we are going to go over the final boss, the Mega Death Egg Robot. The game itself calls it just the Death Egg Robot, but the official soundtrack calls it the Mega Death Egg Robot, and I think that sounds cooler, which is why I call it the Mega Death Egg Robot. But without further ado, let's get into it. So this final boss is surprisingly more involved than you might be led to believe. I'm not going to do any attacks right now, so I'm going to miss, but this boss is not as easy as the final bosses of Sonic Colors or Sonic Lost World. This boss fight is entirely like its own beast, and it's not something to be taken lightly, especially in your runs, because there are a lot of things that can go wrong in this fight that can kill your run, even if you're on PB pace. This fight is definitely something that you need to practice, without a doubt. Like, you cannot go into runs without practicing this fight at the very least. You just cannot. So to start off, you're playing as Classic Sonic, of course. The fight revolves between first Classic Sonic, then the Avatar, then all three characters at once. So in the first phase, you're controlling Classic Sonic, and this phase is simple enough. What you have to do is he throws those rocks at you, like kind of those balls of metal, the same ones he did in the first Eggman fight, and you want to throw them back to him as quickly as possible. So you want to go to the right side of the arena so that you have more time to get to the rocks. So you just want to inch your way when he's about to throw them, like right there. That's the throwing animation. When he's about to throw the rocks at you, you want to inch your way on the right side of the screen so you have more space to throw them back. And then, when the rocks appear, you want to stop moving and then just jump up to throw the rocks back at him. So you'll do this 2 times. 1, 2. Alright, and here's something you should keep in mind. So for the third hit, people think that you can't actually, casual players at the very least, think that you can't hit him a third time after doing the first 2 hits, but that's wrong. You can actually get a third extra hit in, which saves about a second or half a second or so. And all you have to do is, once you do the second hit, you want to quickly go to the left side of the arena and use a spin dash to throw the rock back at him. So I hit it to the, I hit it, and then I'm going to the left side. I'm going to do a spin dash animation to hit it back at him. Just like that. Just like that. So you want to quickly go to where the rock is about to land, and then you want to get into your spin dash animation while facing right, and then keep charging it until the rock gets hit, and then it gets thrown back at him. Now, for the next set of hits, you want to quickly go to the right side of the arena again, and do the same thing as before, where you go as far right as possible, and then you stop, and then you wait for the rocks to be thrown, and then you jump up in place to throw them back at him. Jump, 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 and there we go. That's the first phase of the fight. So I'm going to go over the first phase again. I'm going to go over each of these phases. So remember, for the first phase, you go to the right, and then you just keep kind of going, you just kind of keep inching away to the right, and when the rocks appear, you stand still, and you just throw them back at them. And then after you deal the second hit, you go back to the left, and then use the spin dash to throw the third rock back at him. So stand still, so jump, jump, and then go to the left, and then charge up your spin dash really quick while facing right, and there we go. That's the third hit. And do the same thing as before, inch your way to the right, and then stand still, and just jump to throw these rocks back at him. And that is the second phase of the fight, or the first phase of the fight, my bad. It's definitely the easiest phase of the fight, pretty self-explanatory once you know how to throw the rocks back at him. So, on to the second phase. This is where you gain control of the Avatar. And this phase is debatably, I mean, it's either the second or third phase that is debatably the hardest part of this fight to get down in the speedrun. This second phase, at the very least, will definitely be the one that will take people the longest to learn. It took me a while to learn, or at the very least, it took me a while to get consistent at. So I will explain the strat here, because it's the fastest strat that you can do here that doesn't involve having to climb onto the robot itself, which is a whole other ballgame that I'm not going to get into here. So when you start off the first part of the second phase, you want to charge up your drill all the way, and then, well, I'm not going to do anything here, but you want to charge up your drill all the way, and then you see where the avatar is standing? Like, I'm literally right at the very edge of the platform right here. So right when the second phase starts out, you want to charge up your drill, and then immediately let go, get all the way to the edge of the platform, jump, and then homing attack the core of the robot. So right now, I'm already charging up my drill before I even gain movement, just so I can get ready. And then as soon as I gain movement, I'm going to let go of the drill, and then jump at the very edge of the platform. Right there, and then I'm going to homing attack. Alright. And then when you do the second homing attack, you want to immediately charge up your drill, and then drill backwards, and this is where it gets difficult. You want to drill backwards in a down right position. Not straight down, not straight right, a down right position. Alright, and then you want to stomp over the platform, and you have very little time to do this, but as soon as you land from this stomp, you want to immediately face back towards the robot, drill 3 times, and then jump towards the core again and homing attack. Just like that. Match the homing... Oh, okay, that was my own fault. I accidentally pressed the drill button instead of homing attack. But I would have gotten it there. Basically, as soon as you land from that downright stomp, you need to drill back towards the robot and jump and then homing attack it several times, or wire attack or whatever. If you fail, it's because if the reticle doesn't appear and it doesn't let you homing attack, I guarantee you it is because you didn't do the drill fast enough and the robot moved too far away from you, so for you to be in range of being able to wire attack. So remember, as soon as the second phase starts, you let go of your drill, because you should already be charging it right now, and then you want to jump at the very, very edge of the platform. Okay, homing attack, down right, stomp. Oh, okay. See, that can happen too, actually, where I stomped too early. If I just waited like maybe a half a second, I would have been fine, but the other thing you can do is just stomp simply too early. So, drill, I let go, jump at the very edge of the platform, wire attack, downright drill, stomp, quick drill jump, homing attack, and then now, I drill just simply down. So after you do the first stomp and then the quick drill jump back to the robot, once you do the next 2 wire attack hits, you can simply drill straight downwards and then stomp once you're over the platforms. Just like that. And then from here on out, it actually gets pretty simple. If you got this far without dying, then you just completed probably the hardest part of the fight, in the speedrun, I mean. So after you do those last 2 hits, you want to wait for his arm to start coming down on you, which means he's going to like crush the floor beneath you, as you just saw. You want to drill to the left, and then after that, you want to quickly go up to the robot's core, and then do more homing attacks, basically. All right, wait for it. All right. Wire attack. There we go. So literally all I was doing was just I waited for the core to come close enough in homing attack range, and then I just mashed the hell out of the A button. If you're too slow, then the laser will come out, and then it'll kill you. So all I do there is I just mash the hell out of the A button. Alright, so I just want to go over the second phase one more time. So remember, when you start off, you should already be drilling, you should already be charging up your drill right now, and then you want to let go, and then jump at the very edge of the platform. And then after that, you want to immediately do a downright angled drill, and then stomp when you're over the battlefield again. And then you want to quickly drill jump back to the core of the robot. So I'm charging up my drill, I let go, jump at the very edge of the platform, do 2 wire attacks, downright drill, stomp, do another drill jump towards the robot, 2 wire attacks, I drill straight down, I stomp, wait, I drill left, and then I wait for the robot to come within range. Once it kind of like bends, well, it's not really bending down, but once it goes down far enough to be in range, I do 2 more wire attacks. Just like that. 1, 2. And there we go. That is the second phase of the Mega Death Egg Robot. That is easily the scariest part of the fight, for me personally. Because if I don't get that downright drill, oftentimes I'll stomp too early and I'll just fall to my death. And that's a huge blow. Dying in the second phase of the fight wastes a ton of time. So it's a very crushing blow when that happens, especially if you're on PB pace. So with the second phase out of the way, we will move on to the third phase of the fight. The third and final phase. So this phase of the fight is a lot more similar to the final bosses of Colors and Lost World, only it is a little more involved because there's a lot more homing attacking going on. It's not as easy as Colors fight, certainly not as easy as Lost Worlds, but the general idea is to, there's two strats you can do here. You can either just keep getting boost capsules and boost towards the robot and just homing attack it when prompted, or there's a stun lock strat that you can do. That is difficult to accomplish, but if you do it successfully, it saves about 10 seconds. So I will go over both strats. I will go over the simple one first. Alright, so first up is the regular strat. So when you go forward, I should note that Sonic and Co are always moving forward. You don't have to hold up on the analog stick. But I always just do it on impulse. But either way, the first boost capsule that appears, you want to get that immediately. And then start boosting forward. Homing attack the robot, and just keep homing attack it, just mash the A button. Alright. And boost forward. And then when you boost forward, another boost capsule will always appear. You need to get this boost capsule. It'll either appear on the right side of the battlefield, I don't know, for null space or whatever, but it'll either appear on the right or the left. And the moment it appears, you need to strafe to the right or the left to get it. If you do not get the boost capsule that appears here, you won't have enough boost to reach the robot, and you will lose a lot of time trying to recover from that. I got the boost capsule. That's good. Now, it should be good for the rest of the fight. All I have to do is just get close enough to it when prompted, and then homing attack when prompted. From here on out, you just need to get boost capsules whenever they appear, and then get close enough to the robot and homing attack it. Alright, there's another boost capsule, so I'm going to get that. I'm going to boost forward. Alright, I'm close enough to homing attack, so I'm just going to mash the homing attack button. Going to boost forward again. I'll get this boost capsule. Going to avoid these rockets by just moving left and right. Going to mash homing attack again. Alright, and I'll have to do that one more time, so I get this boost capsule. And then mash homing attack. Alright, so I'm actually going to die here, because after this, the fight, after you do one more cycle of that, the fight will end. And I want to show off the next strat, because as you can tell, the first strat for this fight is really simple. You just get the boost capsules whenever they appear, you jump over all the obstacles, and then whenever you get close enough, you just mash the homing attack button. So it's a very simple strat. It's much safer, but it's also pretty simple. There's not really too much to explain. Most of it's kind of self-explanatory. So I will go over the second strat now, which is the stun lock. As soon as I can die here. Alright, man. I hate dying in this phase. It brings back bad memories. Alright, so for the stun lock strat, it starts off very similarly, where you need to get the boost capsules first. So I'm going to get this first one. I'm going to get the second one. Alright, so as I get the second boost capsule that appears on the left, here's where things start to differ, and this is where you really need to focus. Like, you actually need to focus when you're doing this. Don't read chat. Don't look over to your other monitor if you have one. Like, you actually need to really focus on this, because this stun lock strat is very involved. If you don't get the numbers right, then it will not work. So the basis of the stun lock strat is, let me explain something. When you homing attack the robot, the center robot, you need to homing attack it 7 times in order to activate the the parts where the Avatar and Classic Sonic homing attack the robot. If you only homing attack it 6 times, then Classic and Avatar won't do anything. And that's the basis of it. Basically, you count the homing attack up to 6, and then you stomp, and then you attack it 6 times again. So like you count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stomp. You see what I'm talking about? So basically, you homing attack the robot 6 times, and then you stomp, and then you repeat that by, again, homing attacking it 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stomp, right? So we have that out of the way. Now, what you need to understand is that you need to do this 3 times. So the first time, you do the stun lock 4 times. The second time, you do the stun lock 6 times. And the third time, you do the stun lock 1 time. I know that can be kind of confusing, so let me just detail it out with the first stun lock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so you'll notice how I did that 4 times. So the counting up to 6, I did that 4 times. And now, after the 4th time of doing that, I will homing attack it and just mash as normal, so the Avatar and Classic can attack it. And that's the first part of the stun lock strat completed. For the next part, once you get close enough to the robot, you want to do what I just did, but 6 times instead of 4 times. And obviously, for all of this, I'm just kind of counting in my head to make sure I have it right. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that was 6 times. Now I'm going to, like I said, just after the final time, you just want to just mash homing attack like you would in the normal fight. And for the last stun lock, you want to do it only 1 time. So basically, you count to 6 only 1 time, and then after that, you just homing attack spam it like you would in the regular fight. Get close to it. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, now I homing attack it like normal. And there we go. That's the stun lock strat. And that is, that's the Mega Death Egg robot. That is, I explained the 2 strats of the last phase. You can either go for the simple, like, just regular spam homing attack method, or you can do the stun lock strat. The stun lock strat saves about 10 seconds. If you want to go for it, that's awesome. If you don't want to go for it, I completely understand, because messing up the stun lock cycles, like if your count is off and like one of them you accidentally do it only like 5 times instead of 6, then that completely messes up the cycles. So it is pretty daunting to go for the stun lock strat. But if you do, major props. So with that out of the way, I explained all of the phases in depth, from Classic, Avatar to all 3 at once. So, yeah, with all that said, I will go through the final boss explaining as I go. So, let's take a look at that. So when the fight starts off, I'm going to hug the right side of the cubes, basically. I'm going to wait for the rock projectiles. So, as soon as he throws them, I'm going to stand still, and I'm going to jump twice. And after the second jump, I'm quickly going to the left to get in the 3rd hit with the spin dash, just like that. Now I'm going to hug the right side again, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to throw these rocks back at him, and there we go. That is the first phase of the fight. So remember, for the second phase, I'm going to charge up my drill, gonna let go, jump at the very edge, and then homing attack, and then I will do another drill jump towards him. Alright, now I'm gonna drill straight down, wait for it, and then drill left. And when he gets close enough, I'm going to homing attack again. All I did was just mash the jump button, or homing attack button, whatever your button is mapped to. Yeah, like I said, the part of that fight, or the part of that phase where you have to quickly drill down right, stomp, and then drill jump back to the core, like I said, that's the most difficult part of the fight. So, if you can get that down with a lot of practice, then I salute you. Alright, so, last phase of the fight. I'm going to go for the stunlock strat here, so I'm going to be focusing while I do this. But you can always slow down the video and count how many times I'm doing the homing attacking, just as a reference. Alright, and this should be it. Just one more stun lock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stomp, and then I just mash homing attack. And there we go. That is the Mega Death Egg Robot. And for the triple boost, you can just mash. And there we go. RTA time would end as soon as you finish the triple boost, but in-game time is all that matters for New Game Plus, as you know. But that is the Mega Death Egg Robot. That is the final boss of Sonic Forces. Yeah, that's it's a lot to go over. The tutorial is over. Yeah, that was the final boss. I'm repeating myself here, but I should go over for the times. So as far as times go for this fight, if you go for the stunlock strat, then you should be getting times anywhere in between a 325 and a 335. If you don't go for the stunlock strat and you just go in the last phase of the fight and you just go for like the regular, just mashing the homing attack, then you should still be getting 340s or 350s. As long as you get a time under 4 minutes, then it's a good final boss fight. And if you get the stunlock strat, then that's even better. But, wow. That was quite the tutorial series, huh? I have a few words to say, so I'm going to let the ending cutscenes play out. This tutorial has been a long time coming, and I am very happy that I've been able to do this. Apart from the little mishap with null space, I think this tutorial is a lot better than the crappy one that I put out back in 2018. I'm really happy I finally got the time to be able to do this, and honestly, I wouldn't be here without all the help that I've gotten throughout the years. Speedrunning this game, speedrunning in general. I am just eternally grateful to all the people who basically helped this happen, helped me get so, I guess, just good at Sonic Forces. I absolutely don't mean to toot my own horn by any stretch, but I am just eternally grateful to all the people who have helped me kind of get to where I am in terms of speedrunning and speedrunning Sonic Forces. So I have a lot of people who I want to thank. And if you want to continue watching, you can go through these credits that I made that mention everybody who's helped me along this journey. So, as always, if you have any questions or comments or don't think I explained something well enough, please let me know in the comments below. But that will be it for this tutorial, and I hope this is going to be a helpful resource for newcomers for a long time to come. But this is Siguri, and thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later.
All that I see now is not the same. All you remember has gone away, but you're still standing here. So much has happened, it's hard to bear. Shadows of sadness within your stare, but still you're standing here. They're beyond, futures down the road, but the journey won't be easy. Rising up and standing on your own, with a beauty in your eyes shining. You have not lost a thing, whatever may come. The light of hope is always shining there in your heart. You've not lost a thing, whatever you do. Just know that your tomorrow will be waiting for you. Ever so precious, a vision shared, a future you promised. On that special day, still memories never fade. Friends of old, back from long ago, come again just to say hello. And it's something that you know. Find the strength that lies within your soul, and believe that you can do it. Rising up and standing on your own, with a beauty in your eyes shining. You have not lost a thing, whatever may come. The light of hope is always shining there in your heart. You've not lost a thing, whatever you do. Just know that your tomorrow will be waiting for you. Never have to give up wherever you go. Know inside that you will never be there alone. Haven't lost anything, whatever may come. The light of hope is always shining there in your heart.
Finally, an end to this endless battle. Everyone can go back home and relax. There's no need for the resistance.
Hold on! There's still a lot we need to do. We're just getting started.
Huh? What, you're leaving us? There are others who need your help. But okay, I'm not gonna stop you.
Man, the first time I saw you stumbling around, I had no idea you could pull this thing together and see it to the end. I've changed my mind about you.
I knew you'd come through, rookie. Well, I guess you're not a rookie anymore.
You did good out there. It's not like you just waited till the last minute to come in and act all cool, saving the day. Our battle is done, and our resistance has come to a conclusion. But we'll be friends forever. A single person cannot restore the entire world. We have to work together and make a diligent effort. Yeah!
Hey, you're taking off too? I was thinking the same thing. You gonna keep moving forward? No matter what, yeah? You and I aren't so different. See you later, buddy.